Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an FV4004 Conway. It's a Tier 9 British tank destroyer. It's located on the northeast spawn of Live Oaks under the command of Royal Flying Corps. And he's in platoon with P-Sin of Reborn and Big Ken 52, also Reborn. Now, Sign, I think that Sign is in the 50 TP, and there's Big Ken in his Tortoise. The Conway, well, it's basically a stopgap tank that was designed to cope with the IS-3 in between the Centurion and the Conqueror coming into service. It's basically a Centurion hull with a redesigned turret, and this one is supposed to fit the 120mm if it's got the top gun. No, he's got the 5.5 inch gun, which is not historical. Now that gun is capable of 139.7mm, and he's carrying the Hesh rounds. The Hesh rounds are capable of 770. First shot in the EBR misses. He's firing standard AP at the moment. They're capable of 600 alpha, penetrating 260mm of armor, so they'll easily take out an EBR 105. But with the Hesh rounds, he can do 770 alpha, penetrating 200mm, and they've got a burst radius of 3.17 meters, because basically it's a high explosive cowpat on the side of a vehicle. Okay, EBR. Come into sight just briefly. Fires around in. Oh! Now, he got the spotting on that. He didn't get the kill. Kill actually went to the batch at 155.55, our Arty. And, well, our EBR is now doing a circuit of the lake to spot the enemy for us. Now, there's a very interesting video by Ed Webster in Armoured Archives. I'll leave a link down below the video so you can actually go over there and have a look for yourself. But that video explains all about the Conway, how it came about, and why the turret is as tall as it is. Good shot right into the side of the Jagdtiger 622. Now, if I remember correctly, that's a low roll. It's actually a high roll, 622, sorry, 600 alpha. Oh, and he gets him with a blind shot. Oh, superb. He was still there, even though he couldn't see him, and he took him out with the next round. So he's got his first kill. There's a Progetto behind that house as well. He knows that, but he's also very conscious of the fact that the enemy is coming up the railway line. They've been stopped temporarily for the moment. Unfortunately, we lost Big Ken in the Tortoise, and it looks to me like P-Signs can actually, well, he's in trouble because there's two enemy tanks attacking, one of which is a standard, and the other one, not sure about at the moment. Oh, the other one was a CS52 and he just got wiped out. There's the standard B. You can see there's P-Sign. He's actually missing half his hit points. Now, the 5.5 inch gun on the Conway is actually a fictional gun because it never actually existed in reality. What they actually fitted was a 120mm gun. It was capable of carrying Hesh, and in fact, unfortunately, in the game, Wargaming has actually missed that out. They should have included Hesh on the 120mm. They haven't. Only one Conway was actually built. It's currently residing at Bovington in a very poor state of repair, apparently, because it's been outside as a gate guard for quite some time. In that video on Armoured Archives, you can actually see where it was outside. And I must admit, I have seen the Conway myself, and, well, it's looking a bit sorry for itself, but it is the only one of its kind in existence. Okay, they're pushing on now because it appears the enemy attack on the railway line has faltered. The Emil 2 has pulled back. and that will give Royal Flying Corps an opportunity to get at some of the enemy tanks in the rear. There's the Emil. He's still there, but he's not playing so aggressively. In fact, he's playing rather defensively, and as a consequence, the FV4002's managed to get round the side of him, and so has Big Ken and the we lost the FV4002. In fact, we lost him to the Heshbarn on the enemy team, and there goes the Emil. Peace sign got him. So can we see that Progetto? No. I think he was just being cautious. If the Progetto had been there, he might have tried to shoot the Conway in the side. Okay, there's the Heshbarn. And we just lost our 40-ton. But a nice hit into him. That's a high roll. Even with the Hesh round. Of course, you want to use Hesh on the FV4005 because that's what it was designed to fire itself. But it's got a very thin armoured turret, which means that you can get maximum rolls by penetrating if you can hit the turret. Okay, we've got another Jagdtiger. No outline. Well, in fact, briefly there was an outline there. Oh, we lost Big Ken. Oh no, peace sign, sorry. Lost Big Ken earlier. Okay, that leaves Royal Flying Corps and the EBR-105 is the only ones down this corner. And he's decided to come back because there's a VK101P near our cap area. Or is he going to push on? No, he's decided to push on. The Jagdtiger's on the move so he can get a shot. Good hit. High roll again, 701. The Progetto's in sight now. He's moving, and we've got a shot on him as well. Only 297 though. I think that's a near miss. He did waver with his aim there, but it was a bit of a snapshot. Going for the Jagdtiger. Didn't get the Jagdtiger this time round. I think it's because there wasn't enough lead on the target. Trying to get the Jagdtiger, and he's out of sight, but he's going to try a blind shot anyway. He's now firing the AP rounds. The enemy has got to our cap area, and they've got a Chrysler and the VK there. I would be actually inclined to go along the actual railway line itself, alongside the train, because it's faster than going into the dip, but he's doing it for safety's sakes more than anything, I suppose, to avoid the Progetto seeing him. If he had gone on the railway line, I think it's very likely the Progetto would have seen him. Oh, our FV4005 is taking a bit of a hammering. And there's the Progetto. That's the reason why he wasn't spotted, because the Progetto's moved. And he's now blocking our way. And it looks like our Heshbarn's about to die. Very low hit points, but I think the Progetto's going to make a big mistake. Yep, sat up there too long. We lost the Heshbarn, but the Progetto's now sitting on top of the railway line. Both of our Arty are back here, and he managed the GWE 100 killed the Progetto, but we did take a round in between. Luckily the round went into the tracks, not into us, not into the body. So it's a Centurion body, so it's actually quite tough. Basically a medium tank with a very big turret. Ah, okay, VK's coming to sight, so he's pulled back to use the bush mechanic. He's firing an AP. Tries to get through the weak spot, and he killed the Chrysler, even though he was actually aiming at the VK. So the Chrysler must have got in the way. There's the Chrysler. He was definitely aiming at the VK. Went for the weak spot and took out the Chrysler instead. Wow. Okay, we've lost sight of the VK now. There's the Jagdtiger coming up behind us. We're going to have to deal with him. Oh, he took a round in the side. But he put a big round back into him. But he's going to have to pull back because otherwise the VK will have a go as well. The batch at 155.55 probably can't do much. The GWE's managed to get to this side of the hill, so he's actually protected by the ridgeline. We're going to try and come up on that Jagdtiger from a different angle. The Batchat is playing it very dangerously. He's actually gone over the railway line to try and derp the Jagdtiger, but he's gone defensive. There's only two left on the enemy team, the Jagdtiger and the VK. And of course the Jagdtiger's got very low on hit points, so he's loaded a Hesh round so he can actually get in with a near miss. Oh, there goes the Batchat 155.55, but he pulls round the corner. There's the Jagdtiger. Thank you very much. Good night. There's only one enemy remaining. He's loading another Hesh round for him. And unfortunately, it looks like the GWE100 is also going to meet his doom. He's got the track between him and the enemy, but which is kind of getting in the way, but we can only see the top of the turret at the moment. Oh, it missed! GWE100's pulled back below the ridge line. Now hopefully he's loaded enough to put a round into that VK if he pops up, but well, the VK's popping up this way now, and he just fired a round straight through the truck, and luckily Royal Flying Corps managed to dodge it. Now he's got a long reload, so Royal Flying Corps gets a chance to hit him, going for the weak spot, and he gets it, and that wins the game. And he dodged back below the embankment to stop any return fire, but there won't be any because he's done the job. So an excellent battle there with quite a spectacular ending, aiming for the cupola and getting it, and it's an ace tanker for Royal Flying Corps in the FV4004 Conway. His first ace tanker as well, because he got the scrolls underneath. He also got a fire effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills, a spotter for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage on the enemy, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 10 in total. On top of all which, he managed to get the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and his win rate for the battle was 7,433, which is Super Unicum standard and more. Let's have a look at the team score in the end. 4,746 hit points. Nobody else was near him actually. The highest scorer other than him was the GWE100 with 2,972 hit points. He managed to get a Confederate. And the next high score after that was the Progetto 46 on the enemy team. Got an Oskins medal for 2,913 hit points. When it came to kills, again he got the highest number. This time he shared it with the EBR105, who managed to get 4 kills. He also picked up a Pascucci, so he must have killed both of the enemy Arty during his brief sojourn in the enemy cap area. And when it came to base XP, it was, yes, Royal Flying Corps again. He's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,190 goes to him. 907 XP goes to the EBR105. And 758 goes to the Batchat 25 TAP. He fired 15 rounds, got 10 direct hits, 9 penetrations and 1 splash. Damage of 4,746 hit points, of which 3,537 were at more than 300 meters. He received 3 hits from the enemy, 2 of which penetrated, 1 non-penetration. That was the round that went into the tracks. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 6 enemy vehicles were damaged, 4 were killed, and 1,993 hit points of damage assistance, or spotting assist actually in this one. On a premium count, he earned 63,152 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, remember he did fire some premium rounds, the Hesh rounds, he actually ended up with a profit of 12,385 credits. He received 1,785 XP, got 893 for completing the mission and events, and took away 2,678 experience points altogether. So a very good game for Royal Flying Corps in the Conway. It is an unusual tank. It's a slightly bit taller in the turret than you'd like because that makes it more visible. Terrible camo qualities because of the height. But it is still a very flexible tank. And of course with the 5.5 you can fire the Hesh They should make it so that the 120mm can also fire HESH, and you've got great DPM with that 120mm, plus of course incredible accuracy. But sadly, Wargaming have only given us the 120mm without HESH, which is a bit sad really, because that's historically that's what it should be carrying. And of course it's still a very good tank destroyer, albeit that you can be a bit at risk of being detected and being destroyed if they see that big turret stick up above the ridgeline, because it hasn't really got it's a bit of an odd tank destroyer. But anyway, it was a good battle by Royal Flying Corps. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like. Do pop along to Armoured Archives. Have a look at the video by Ed Webster. It's incredibly informative about this very tank destroyer. And he's got some great other videos there on that site. Always worth a trip over there to actually understand the physics of the real tank and how the engineering that went into it. Because it gives you a better insight into the vehicles you play. And if you enjoyed this video, as I said, give it a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a comment, and let other people know that we exist. And thanks for watching.